Alright. So I had to set up some stuff a little weird today. I hope it's fine. Yeah, you can see. Alright. Sorry, I just stuck my head under the camera. Alright. I like this music. It's really like high energy and fun. So, I have my yarn sort of planned out. But I'm thinking of doing this yarn here, but taking it apart. The only issue is if I take it apart, I guess it's more of rope than yarn. But if I take it apart, then it's going to fray apart a lot. And then that's going to be tough to use to glue. I guess I could give that a try. But I want to start filling in some of the color. I know I still have line work to do on this, but is it bad that I kind of don't care? Where did my glue go? I got all my stuff together. Oh, there it is. I got everything ready ahead of time, but yet still can't figure things out. Hello. So I'm currently on Twitch and TikTok. Oh, and actually YouTube, yeah. But unfortunately, I can't do all three on my computer, which makes it tough to see messages for TikTok. Oh my gosh, this glue is stuck. So I've been really kind of leaning into the whole fantasy, magic, fairy sort of vibes. And thinking about it, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this glue bottle unclogged. Thinking about it, I feel like it's pretty obvious that that's always kind of been an interest of mine, I guess, or a like of mine. So I don't know why I'm surprised that I'm doing that, but it is what it is. Okay, quick little thing. I'm finding that clear glue does not clog nearly as much as like white liquid glue. Just a little heads up for anyone out there. If you are so totally annoyed when glue bottles clog, clear glue might be better. It's more expensive, but it might be worth it. I think I might need to turn the music down a little bit though. No, this will be fine. Okay, I got my music up just in case I need to change it. I was originally looking for like something similar to Harry Potter music because I love listening to Harry Potter music. Happy birthday. Oh, I did not mean to mute it. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I mean, you probably can't hear it now, but that's fine. Okay, I'm actually going to start making things, shall I? I'm not going to start with the chest fluff. I know that bees don't have chests. Sorry. That's weird, but I'm not going to start with the abdomen or whatever the heck you call it. I should know more about bees. I do know quite a bit about bees, actually. I think I might start with the wings. Okay, I'm just going to start, and I'm going to stop talking about starting. So, there. Alright. Color. I love letting the outline dry because then I can flood as much glue in as I need, especially with this like Bernat baby blanket yarn because otherwise it does not stick. Apparently we're listening to a birthday song. I found out. I went and looked. So I was like, why does it sound like Happy Birthday? Because it is. Alright, blue number 1. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This bee is gonna look so fuzzy. I just have to be careful about the points, that I don't lose them in this. So I had been working on this little diorama of a magic bookshop or bookstore, and I've been posting TikToks, but I actually recorded them all at once. On Saturday, I really should have just went live, because on Saturday I was in my office, or my craft room, whatever you want to call it, my art space. I was in there for probably 12 hours, pretty much straight, just working on it. Which is kind of insane when you think about it. Because, like, how was I fine? You know what I mean? Just 12 hours, it's fine. Who needs to do other things, am I right? I had a lot of fun, though. It would have been nice to just stream it, too, but I wasn't sure how long I was gonna go for, and there were some other factors, too. So now the question is, do I want to do this for the entire wing, or do I want to change it up? I think I'm just going to keep doing it. I do have a lighter one, but it's way bigger, so I think maybe not. Okay. I might have to add more black yarn in some of these spots, or trim it down after it's dry. So this is, honestly, it's making me think of those cookie decorating videos where people like use flood icing and, well, royal icing, I guess. It's making me think of that. This yarn is a little thick for this. Oops. So it is almost March, and I'm so excited about that. It's practically spring break. I'm very much looking forward to spring break and having some time off. I am planning on going to Montana this summer. I go every year to visit some family. And last year we got to go to the Going to the Sun Road. And it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like, it was just unimaginable. I can't even explain it. It felt like... So the road goes through this valley between these really big mountains. And you're literally on the side of these mountains. Like, you could fall off and die. You can literally look down the cliffs as you're driving and just sheer drops. But we went right around the time that I think the sun was starting to set by the time we were leaving. So it was, oh my gosh. I can't even put it into words. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced. I could not stop looking out the car window because you can't stop, unfortunately, just on the road most of the time. There are little lookouts, but it's mostly just a road that hugs the edge of a mountain and winds between them. pretty precarious, but it's really cool. And the coolest thing, we were just driving along near the end of going to the Sun Road, and we just passed by a baby bear, a baby black bear, just alone on the side of the road. He was just like wandering around. And the craziest part is that it was like a steep cliff, the road, and then another steep cliff. So like, where did he come from? It was a pretty small baby too. It was really cute. We also, last year, we were hiking and we saw a moose with its baby just walking through the shallow part of a lake. It's pretty crazy stuff. Thought about moving to Montana, but it's a lot to move states. And most of my family is here where we live, so that would be sad. Also, teachers don't get paid very well, so that's a pretty big factor. The cost of living might be cheaper, but we also live in a pretty inexpensive place right now. So normally anytime I go around like an edge or a corner, I'll cut off the yarn because it makes it a little bit sharper. But I'm honestly kind of avoiding doing it too much because my scissors get covered in glue. I'll have to do a little bit here and there though. It also makes seams, but I'm hoping I'll be able to brush out this yarn after using just like, I don't know, maybe a toothbrush or something. I have like an actual yarn or fiber brush, but I think it would be too big for this. And kind of cause some issues. Oh my gosh, I just realized I went live and I did not eat before. Oh, my camera is very bright. Yeah, I look more like a person if I do it like that. I didn't realize how bright that was. Is that still good on TikTok live? It looks like it. Another cool thing in Montana. Oh, we went whitewater rafting. This was a while ago though. It was quite a bit ago. That was so fun. Although I was genuinely terrified that we were just gonna capsize and then like you're just in the rapids of a river. That sounds terrifying. But I did it and I survived and it was good. I need more glue. I put so much glue in there. But this yarn soaks up the glue. Plus, you don't want it to accidentally peel out later. So it's just better to put a lot of glue. Oh my gosh, the weather is crazy today and tomorrow. Today, the high was supposed to be 67, and for February, I live in Michigan. For February, that's insane. Like, we set a heat record for today. But then, it ended up being 73 at the high. And tomorrow, any guesses? Any guesses on what the temperature is going to be? It's going to be in the 30s. I'm sorry. What? Michigan, what are you doing? That's like a 40-degree difference. Oh well. Keeps us on our toes. But I'm so excited for the warmer weather. One, because it means summer will be approaching. I don't particularly love the season of summer. I do, however, enjoy spending my time outside, and it's easier to do that in the summer because I have more time. But also, I'm excited for summer vacation and for spending most of my time outdoors. And also because I'm a teacher, so I get summer vacation. But I have so much to do this summer already. Oh my gosh. I have to tear out my floors because my floor is sinking, which is not great. Not ideal. I gotta say, it's not ideal that your floors are sinking. Hence why I need to fix them. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. I guess I could do some of the hexagons different colors. Hexagons? Hexagons are six-sided, right? I'm literally a teacher of children. I should know this. It's fine. Oh, hey! How's it going? Sorry, I can't see the messages very well, so I'd keep like awkwardly looking down at my phone. I'm working at, I don't want to say too much because, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter that much if people know where I work, but, I work in the school district here in town though, and I'm an art teacher, of course. And I'm teaching elementary right now at a few different schools. And that's a little crazy, switching gears over and over and over again. I just taught at one school that I teach at one time a week today. It went fine though. Honestly, I was kind of impressed. I have this 5th grade class that drives me nuts. I mentioned TikTok today and they're like, do you have a TikTok? You should get a TikTok. Ironically enough, here I am streaming on TikTok. It'd be unfortunate if they found me while I was talking about them. But they normally stress me out so much. They don't stop talking. There's a group of boys that are really rowdy and kind of crazy. But today they were actually wonderful. I very much liked that class today. And I've been doing choice-based art more, so oh my gosh, it's wonderful, you guys. Seriously. Choice-based art needs to be a thing everywhere because I tend to have way less behavioral problems when I'm teaching choice-based versus project-based. So project-based is when the teacher tells you exactly what to do, like, today we're gonna all do the same thing, you know? But then choice-based is where the kids get to choose what they create. And I'm still kind of figuring it out for kindergarten because that's its own beast. But today, honestly, went super good, and I have 2 kindergarten classes, and they had full reign of the art room. Just free. It was a free-for-all. Not really. It was not a free-for-all. But they could use any of the supplies out on a table. That's a class I actually teach on a cart, so I put all the boxes of supplies. I've got different boxes for different, like, centers, which is supply types. So, like, drawing, crafting stuff, paper stuff, you know, all in different boxes. And paint, too. They did awesome. They were painting. There was no big spills. There were no paint on clothing problems. You just have to teach them how to responsibly use the art supplies, and they will. They'll use them responsibly, especially if you let them occasionally do the things that they don't normally get to do, like finger painting. If you let them finger paint and go on and on and on about how this is a special thing, then they will respect the fact that they have to use a paintbrush the other times. So, and it gives them that desire, it fulfills the desire that they have to like feel the paint, because that's why they want to finger paint. It's not necessarily because they think it's the best way to apply the paint onto the canvas, but It's that they want to touch it. They want the tactile stimulation of touching paint. So you got to kind of let them. I've always been worried that people are going to think that I'm an art teacher that's like disaster area. You know, like you walk in the art room and you're like, oh my gosh, how are the janitors are not going to be able to clean this. I always thought that I would be a janitor's worst nightmare. But I get compliments all the time that my art room is so clean. It's because I prioritize cleanup. The students get 10 minutes of cleanup and they have jobs. Like, honestly, they have actual jobs. Like wiping the table, taking care of the supplies. Sometimes it'll be like washing brushes. And then, I have this thing called supply jail. It's my favorite thing in the world. If students put stuff where it doesn't belong, it goes in supply jail. It's literally just a box that says supply jail on it. And then they have to put away every single thing in supply jail in order to be able to use those supplies again. Also, I have like a prize box, so if a kid empties it all the way, then they can get a prize from the prize box. Pretty neat. It works pretty well. I don't have to put away supplies, which is nice. I can just take the box around the classroom and throw everything in there. And now the students know where pretty much everything goes, now that I'm allowing them to just get their own supplies. At least they know where everything goes that they normally can use, which is the stuff that ends up in supply jail. So needless to say, I think my art room is a little more organized than other ones. And the students know where things are, so if I have a sub, at least they can be like, oh yeah, this thing's here. Which I did have subs last week, but I think it went pretty well. I didn't hear anything bad about it, so. Anyway. I wish it was going to be warm tomorrow too, but it's going to be cold and then it's going to get warm again. So we're going from 73 today, 73 degrees, to like 35 tomorrow, I think is the high. What the heck? And then we have, I think it goes back up to the 40s, I want to say. So the 40s, and then it's supposed to be back up to almost 60 this weekend, which seems really crazy. But that's good old Michigan. I'm just excited for the bees to come back out. I want to get a bee hotel. It's like a little box that you can get that bees can stop and rest in. It's not big enough to be a hive or anything, but it protects them if they need it. And with our springs and our falls, it's probably a good idea. Because our temperatures go up and down a lot, and so bees can sometimes freeze. I technically don't own my yard, but I own my home. So we're supposed to keep the lawn pretty short, which I hate, and I think it's silly. Like, if you own the yard, shouldn't it be your job to mow it, you know? And we don't own it, so why do we have to cut it? Anyway, but I'm thinking about this year just throwing wildflowers everywhere in the yard, just a bunch of wildflower seeds, and just letting nature run its course. I'm bad about remembering to take care of things consistently, like plants and myself. Awkward. I don't take care of myself, it's fine. Anyway, but so I was like, solution? Wildflowers everywhere. Heck yeah. But there's a lot of stuff I want to do to my yard. I'm putting a patio in. I tore out my deck last year. So I'm going to put in a patio. And then I went to Costco the other day and there was a shade that you can like roll down and roll back up. And it was only $60. It was 8 feet wide by 8 feet long when it's unrolled all the way. I was blown away. I was expecting it to be like $100 at least. But $60. So I'm probably going to go back and get that, honestly. I kind of regret not getting it when we saw it, though. But we've been trying not to just impulse buy, so here we are. I can't wait to use my patio, though. Our deck was unsafe. When you walked across it, it would shake. Pretty sure a sturdy, what's the word? A sturdy thing that's built should not be shaking like that. But it was not sturdy at all. Also, we would get spiders all over it, and I did not like that. A lot of the times when they're outside, whatever, you can exist in your home because the outdoors is the home of the spider, not me. But what I really hated was that they would build their nests, or not their nests, oh my gosh, their webs. They would build the webs like all over. Anytime I put something on the porch, they would immediately build webs. I hated that. Okay, the most annoying part of this bee painting is the sides. But I have to glue them and then hold them in place. And then eventually they'll be fine. Oh, did the sun go down already? I thought we had more time till it went down. I should have opened up my curtain so that I could have seen the sunset. Oh, I'm so glad that it's getting lighter out earlier again. I can finally watch the sunrise again. I used to have an hour and 20-minute commute to get to work. Like 2 years ago, I think. But the one thing that I loved about it is I always got to see the sunrise every single day. It was awesome. It was genuinely so great. But I also lost a lot of my life to driving. And I did not make enough, if I'm being honest. But I've been thinking more and more about how I would love to just be a full-time artist. But I enjoy teaching too. I don't know. Teaching keeps me accountable because there's so much going on. I don't have time to zone out. I don't have time to not do things. Like, there's no deadlines necessarily, except for like this end of the school year and stuff. There's no real deadlines, but there's just like a sense of urgency about everything because, like, oh, you have to prepare this before the class gets here and stuff like that. So it's kind of helpful for me. Oh, I know how to do this. I'm gonna tape the yarn down. Smart. It's already 6:40? When did that happen? The music got really quiet. It was really loud. I wish all songs were like the same level of volume, if that makes sense. That probably doesn't make any sense. That's fine. It doesn't need to make sense. That was loud. I apologize. I was not expecting when I posted my TikToks of me making the magic bookshop. I've been posting those every day, and like, okay, 1,000 views is not that much technically in the grand scheme of things, but I haven't posted on TikTok in months, since October, I think, yeah, it's been since October. So I was not expecting it when I posted the bookstore TikToks, but I was getting like, I've gotten consistently like 900 to 1,000 views, and I'm shocked. I'm absolutely blown away by that. So apparently miniatures are popular right now. After I'm done with this yarn painting, I'm definitely going to start doing some more of those things. Actually, I have this fairy house. I should go get it and show you guys, actually. It's super cool. My legs hurt. So I need to paint it still. It is not painted. But this is so cool because it lights up. Might be kind of hard to see because of all my light, but it lights up. I put a little candle in it. You know what? Let me turn off my lights. So the really cool thing about this is that it flickers and there's different spots in it. I'm going to show TikTok first. There's different spots in it that the light can go through, including some windows, and there's cracks in the sides. I started to make a new one, and I was going to put, what's the word? Fairy lights kind of in and through it. But the only issue is that I want to make these in real clay, but I can't do that with the fairy lights because I can't fire the fairy lights in the real kiln because they will melt. So it's a dilemma. I guess I could just continue making air dry clay ones because that's what that is. But I'm afraid that they're going to be too fragile. So I need to make sure I'm drinking water. I'm bummed again, there's no cats. And I didn't bring my treats in here today for the cats. I kind of have to just chug water when I remember about it because I forget. But I also drink a lot of water, so I don't know. It's not a huge concern for me. Alright, I'm going to finish wrapping the edges. I like this music so much better than the stuff I was playing before. Before I was listening to like lo-fi, which it was fine. It was chill. It wasn't a big deal, but I didn't like it that much. I don't know. It's not my vibe. This feels more accurate to me. Maybe I should just paint my office when I tear out the floor in here. What if I painted it first And then it didn't matter. Oh my gosh. It wouldn't matter if I got paint on the carpet because I'd be tearing it out and throwing it away. Duh. Genius. Anyway. I'm so smart. Alright, so fold it down, put some tape on, and boom. And next side. And this time I'm just going to, oh actually I should put a little piece on here. I should be a little more careful with this because, you know, don't want glue to drip everywhere, but that's fine. I can clean it up. Oh, I can't do this one the same way because I didn't glue it down before, so it's not dried on. Unless I tape it here too. I feel like it's just going to slide out, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay. Oh my gosh. There's a highway somewhat close to where I live, and I just heard someone gunning it. It has to be on there that they're gunning it because it was loud. I don't think they would do that on any of the other roads around. Sorry, I'm just listening to people being loud in their vehicles. I like to sit on my feet while I work, but then my feet go numb. That's good, right? You can't see anything I'm doing. Sorry, TikTok. It's kind of tough to do this on the TikTok live. I wish I could just stream it all from the same source. Oh well. Can I listen to Minecraft music while streaming? That's the real question that I have not asked myself, or not myself, because I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But that would be nice. Nice and relaxing. Oh, I didn't even finish the wing. Did I make a mistake here? Well, too bad. Gonna have to just go with the flow. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of tired. Should I got 6 hours of sleep the last 2 nights. Seems valid. Seems pretty reasonable. Okay, I'm gonna do more of the outlining. I said I wasn't going to, but I'm realizing that I can't really get much of the color part done if I'm still waiting for the outline to dry. So oh, I do this thing in the spring, summer, fall that I call wildflower hunting. I may not hunt, but I do enjoy walking in the wilderness. And so I came up with this way for me to get out and do things out in nature. So I literally, well, first of all, I drive around first. And I look for like areas on the side of the road that might have flowers I haven't seen. I found sweet peas on the side of the road. I can't remember like any of the other ones off the top of my head because the sweet peas stood out the most. Because, you know, you use Bath and Body Works sweet pea scented things, and you kind of just never have seen sweet peas, right? Well, they actually look like sweet peas, like the vegetable kind, right? They just look like flat pods, but interlocked almost, like they go different directions like this, you know? So they're interlocked like that, and then at the very top is a really pretty purple flower. Although I found out that they are poisonous to cats, so I can no longer have my wildflowers inside the house. So I have to figure out what I can do, because I would pick like a bouquet of them and then bring them home and decorate with them, but I can't do that because my cats eat every plant that I bring into my house. Oh my gosh. If a plant goes in my house, it is not making it at all, ever. My cat just chewed off an entire lily leaf, and lilies are very, very poisonous to cats. I genuinely thought my cat was gonna die, but she threw it up a few minutes later, so that was fine. She was good. She did it. Yeah, so be careful of what kind of flowers you have around your cats, especially if they like to eat them. I just realized that cat that ate the leaves, she refuses to eat any other kind of food. She won't eat tuna, she won't eat chicken, she won't eat salmon. She'll eat dry food, and that's about it. But I'm realizing now, she eats plants. Should I feed her some, like, vegetables? I don't know. That type of thing? It seems weird, because cats are mainly carnivores. But she won't even eat, like, I've given a little bit of whipped cream to my cats before, and one of my cats loves whipped cream. I don't let her have it, really. I just let her try it because I was curious. And she loved it. But then the other cat did not. It was pretty weird. I don't know what is happening to my brain. It is falling asleep. This song is so much louder. Oh my gosh, I recently discovered that pirates are a thing. And this song made me think that. I'm sure you guys have seen the videos too of like the modern day pirates on little tiny boats flying over the waves, and then they just like disappear behind the waves. It's insane. And honestly, if you're gonna fly through all of those crazy, insane waves, you kind of should just get a prize for that in general, because oh my gosh, is that impressive. The videos are insane. Okay, I'm not condoning piracy, okay? That's not what I'm doing. But it was impressive, you know? I was thinking of working on something else today, and I'm kind of regretting not having done that. Because I've been wanting to make tiny things, which is kind of funny, but... I also need to look into more more of the, oh my gosh, what is happening? My brain is not working right now. Maybe I shouldn't be live right now. I don't know. Okay, I'm just not going to worry about that right now. But I need to look into some more of the add-ons. I got this one where it makes noises and like you can control things as a viewer. But I don't really have that many viewers to try things out with. So I don't know if it's on or not. But I'm glad I at least figured out how to stream on YouTube as well. That is nice. Okay, let's start doing some of the honeycombs. Yay! I can't do this corner one because that's not attached there. Sorry, I was waiting for a message about something and that was it, so. Okay, so I would like to keep this kind of geometric looking by going along the edges. So I guess let's see. I could make it crazy and like do little pieces. I could do that. I might do that. It's gonna take so long though, because I have to cut each piece this way. But it's gonna look cool. Oh, I'm gonna be so upset at myself for doing this. It's fine. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever. Why am I doing this to myself? Because I like things complicated. You know the Avril Lavigne song? That's me. Except I'm the one making things complicated. Not, yeah. Anyway. Alright. So now I just have to set in the sizes that fit. Hee hee. And the trick with this is you have to kind of slide the yarn as close as you can to the dry part, or the dry layer of yarn. If you don't, it just pushes the glue back up and then it becomes a mess. Oh yeah, this is gonna look cool. I also have to save all the little pieces because as you work, you might find like small little bits that need a piece of yarn, and the little pieces are perfect for that. This is gonna look cool. It's gonna end up having like a design in it, like a snowflake line sort of thing. I'm excited. I'm gonna cut some more different sizes. I'm excited on the first one, but let's be honest, by the third one, or the fourth one, or the fifth one, I'm probably gonna be like, why did I do this? I think even if I don't finish this bee art, I'm gonna do some sort of sculpting next stream. Whether that means my itty bitty tiny sculptures that I make, or if it means like fairy houses and stuff. Whatever it may be, I'm going to be sculpting next time. And I'm going to be trying to skip every other. I don't have many shades of yellow though. I guess I could do tan as well. That'd probably work. I just remembered I'm supposed to go away this weekend. What? Why did that only just now pop into my head? It's not helpful to me. Because now I'm freaking out because I don't remember any of the details of the trip or anything. Shoot. I guess I'll have to be looking into that after I finish this. First layer of the honeycomb done. You can't even see it. I just realized, why is my camera so bright? There. Weird. I also just realized my camera stabilizes really well. I did not realize that. Obviously, that's why I said it. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for spring break. I'm not going anywhere for spring break. In fact, I might just hole up in my house and not leave. Josh might be worried. Yeah, Josh is probably going to be worried about me. It's fine. Who needs to interact with people when you could just not? As I'm live streaming and hoping to interact with people. It's different though. At least I'm in the comfort of my own home. I'm not agoraphobic. That's when you're afraid of places with people, right? I promise I'm not. I might be a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. Oh no. Oh, that piece is too short. Oh well. The short pieces get out of hand because they start to unravel a little bit, so I have to be careful about that. I should get my needlepoint tool. Where did it go? There it is. So, I have been... Sorry, I was watching The Office and New Girl over and over and over again. And I keep thinking I need to watch something new. But then I try watching something new and I refuse to watch it. I don't know, I have like a weird thing about watching new things. I think it's because I don't want to waste my time, but yet I waste my time watching like random short videos on TikTok and YouTube and like what's different, you know? Doesn't make any sense. But if anyone has any recommendations for shows to watch, I usually watch things on like Netflix, or not Netflix. I literally haven't used Netflix in like 2 years. But in like Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus I've been watching lately. I've been watching a lot of Disney movies. Beauty and the Beast. I think I watched that Saturday. I watched Cinderella for the first time in years. It's still so cute. I'm still convinced that she didn't care about the prince. Like, it wasn't that she wanted to marry the prince or was necessarily in love with him. She just wanted to get out of that situation. Which I wouldn't blame her. I'm kidding, of course, because there's a whole song that they sing about experiencing love for the first time. And it's so beautiful. I love that song so much. I have actually sung that song to my husband while we were dancing one time. And it was magical. It felt like a fairy tale. I've been looking up cottage core clothing because I have this one dress that's like, I don't know if I would go so far to say cottage core, but kind of like farmhouse core, I guess. And I want to find more clothing like them, like that. But so much of it is like for warmer weather, lighter fabrics and stuff, and I get so cold in the winter. But honestly, once it gets warmer, like it is today, I'm totally gonna get me some cottage core clothes. It took me a long time to like try it out, but it honestly looks really good on my figure. I think the issue is that a lot of the clothing today that looks good on my figure tends to like over accentuate certain things, and I don't really care to do that. So then I feel self-conscious, like I'm dressing inappropriately, especially because I'm a teacher. Like, I teach children, you know. But I think that's why I like that style of like cottagecore farmhouse, because it has stuff that kind of hugs the figure more, but it's still pretty modest, which I like. I appreciate it. I'm bummed there's no kitty coming to chill in here. It's like every other stream, I think. They sit in here every other stream. So next time we're bound to have a cat sit and chill. And not me either. Not this cat. The cats. You know, I'm realizing that that joke probably doesn't land because a lot of people probably don't know that my name is Kat. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That just reminded me. I'm really bad about like remembering to tell my students my name the first day. I didn't even say it. Like, my name's Mrs. Church. Didn't say it at all. And then when I get new students, it's not as bad as it used to be, but my first year teaching, I was so bad with new students introducing myself. I'll just be like, oh, welcome, and then move on. Whoops. Mainly because there would be like 300 things going on at once, so. Oh my gosh, I had a kindergarten student today in our choice-based art time. They started drawing a map. Like, it was so cute. They were drawing little tiny trees and like paths and stuff. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised that that's a thing that that student thought of. Well, they probably got it from somewhere else too, were inspired by something, but I was surprised that they, I guess, were advanced enough to think of that. The student is so cute too. It's cool to see the things that they come up with. I had a student make a working kaleidoscope. Like, you could actually hold it up to the light, and there were beads inside, and so you would shake it or turn it, and it would change the way the image looked inside. Like, what? What do you mean? That's crazy. Apparently live streaming is gonna just be me advocating for choice-based art. Which, I mean, it is true. I want to advocate for that. But also, I'd like my life to have more than just work. Like, just making art. I'm still working on one single honeycomb. This is gonna take forever. Oh no. I think I'm gonna need to buy some more colors, or some more yellow yarn. No, I'm not. I have 2 giant bags of yarn in the car. I bet you some of it's yellow. I would go get it right now, but then I'd have to go outside. And oh wow, it is dark out. Sorry, I was looking out the window. It is dark. Oh, my phone is not charging anymore. There we go. I was wondering why the battery was going down even though it was charging. Oh, this is taking forever. Okay, I'm just gonna fill in the rest and start plopping pieces in. That's too big still. It's hard to gauge how big the pieces need to be for this. And I want the yarn to fit together a certain way so that I have the kind of lines going up like I want. But I don't know how well that's going to work. Especially once we get to the middle. Oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. I'm gonna have to do like little tiny dots of yarn. That's me, the queen of not thinking things through. My fingers are so gluey, even though I'm not actually really touching the glue. Then again, I did wipe off my pointy tool. That is the official term. It is a pointy tool. That's the professional name for it. In case you didn't know, I am a professional. Oh man. Do I talk like one? No. Do I act like one? Definitely not. Did I go to school for a long time for art? Yes. Do I have crippling debt because of school loans? Yes. Just kidding. It's not crippling. I'm okay. I'm fine. Kind of. No, but in all honesty, though, all honesty, oh my gosh, I did get a bit of a break. My dad was a disabled vet, so I was able to get some assistance beyond what normal students might get, so I was really grateful for that. I honestly might not have gone to college had it not been for that. Which makes me wonder if I would have become an artist full-time instead. I probably would have done it on the side and then maybe eventually switched to it. But art supplies are expensive, though. Almost done with one single honeycomb. Yay. How long has it been that I've been working on this? 30 minutes. This is one single honeycomb. It might have been a little less than 30 minutes. Oh, it's sticking to my finger. Stick down, please. The yarn is kind of bending, so it's kind of a problem. You know what I'm realizing? I have tiny little tweezers like right next to me, and I could use those. Although they do have glue on them, and they're bent. Why are they bent? I've been using these for my tiny little magic bookstore. I don't really have that much longer to stream. I really should stream more on the weekends. Because realistically, I don't get that much time to stream on Tuesdays. And the only reason I chose Tuesdays, I mean, one, I don't have a lot going on Tuesdays most of the time. But also, because I just set it that way. So I could just choose a different day, too. It's up to me, really. Okay, so I might actually do a little swirl in the middle, because I don't think what I'm doing is going to work. And then an itty bitty piece right in the middle. And I have finished one single honeycomb. Yeah. Can't believe it. Oh man. I think I am gonna have to dig through and see what other kinds of colors of, or yellow yarns that I have. Okay, I'm gonna do next to the bee foot next. This yarn is gonna be tough though because it is fluffier and it is going to unravel. But let's see how this goes. I'm going to use a lot of glue. Oh my gosh, I might go through the rest of my glue today. I'm a little impressed. So I could do the big pieces like this, but I'm already foreseeing problems with that. Like this. That's probably gonna be a problem. Oh well, let's keep going headstrong and hope that there's no issues. That's how I operate. Plus, I mean, technically I can just peel it off and start again. I don't like that. See? Like this. Oh, I have chips in here. I forgot. Some baked Lays. I love baked Lays. I feel like it's an underrated chip. But I like how they're seasoned. Okay, they're not really seasoned. They're just salty. But I like the saltiness. I just sounded so white when I said that. I mean, I am. But I do season my food, I promise. Alright, so instead I'm going to pull apart this yarn, I think. Might as well felt it then. Ooh. I really might want to because it's falling apart. No! That sound is on the internet for the entire universe to hear. Oh well. feel like these yarns are very similar colors. Oh well. I only have a little bit longer to stream because I really need to eat some food. Also, it's getting a little messy. Mainly my fingers. The yarn is very much sticking to my fingers. So I'm definitely gonna try to do way too much work for this, but I can always use these little extra bits that I'm cutting off to fill in some of the partial honeycombs, luckily. Okay, I'm gonna use little tweezers. I think those are better. So I can grab and push that around. Or just continue using my fingers too, that's fine. That's fine. No problem with that. Don't like how wavy this one is, but it should straighten out as I continue adding more. Maybe. I don't know. My fingers are covered in glue. Okay. Next. I have to at least finish this honeycomb, so I guess I'm going to be streaming longer than I really should. Okay, I think I'm going to have to start just winding it around. The pattern is not as visible as I was hoping in that first one, so I think I'm just going to take a piece and make it go around. It's going to take way less time. It'll still look similar. It'll be good. Oh, I don't even have my lunch packed for work tomorrow either. I feel like this is messy. Well, yeah. Duh. But this yarn is really difficult to work with. It's not my favorite. I'm not enjoying it. I don't even think I'm gonna like the way it looks either. Whoa. I'm getting a little annoyed by this, not gonna lie. No, the yarn is falling apart. Note to self, don't use this kind of yarn for this again. Except now I kind of have to use it on the entire project because I've already started using it. Or I could just scrap all my work on this one. I could just do that. I could just do that, yeah. I might just have to do that. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. I don't like the way it looks. And here we see, in their natural habitat, an artist changing their mind a million times and creating more work for themselves. Yep. Oh no. I just peeled up the line because it was wet from the glue. Yeesh. Okay. Well, that was sort of a bust. Now I have a bunch of little tiny pieces of yarn. It's not even just pieces of yarn, it's like fluff. I'm gonna have to clean it all up. I think that's gonna be about it for me today, honestly. Oh my gosh, I just did a bad thing again. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Yeah, I'm gonna just catch you guys next time. I do think I might stream for a little bit later in the week. Not if I'm not here, though, because I forgot I have a thing. So I guess we'll see. But at the very least, I will be here next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. And I'll see you then.